Good evening. We'll get the show on the road, eh? Some developments for those who have been watching my channel. You might see something different, and I'm actually patiently waiting for AMIGAugust to turn up. Evil C, how you going? Yeah, yeah. Yep, I agree. That label is ugly, eh? But and ignore the fact that it's got bloody test bed written on it. That's previous owner. I will be dealing with that. And but the lid's on it. The lid is on the 030. As they, I'm waiting for Neo to turn up. He's going to go, finally, you've got the bloody lid on the A2000. But yeah, yep. I don't know. That one just, it seems sort of weak somehow, doesn't it? Puny somehow. Yes, it's got pants on. I mounted the bloody CD-ROM. I mounted the hard drive. And I put a brand new, sorry about the focus hunting there, give it something to focus on. I put in a brand new real-time clock battery holder, you know, CR2032, unofficial. I know you can make them yourself, but you whack a diode in them and away you go. But I was ordering some stuff off AMIGAugust anyway, so I thought I'd grab some of these. Nice and tidy, pretty handy. So I put one of those in and CR2032. And the board on this one has been cleaned up substantially from a leakage, previous leakage. And in fact, I think I replaced the CPU socket in this one. And there was a bit of bare copper lying around. So I just use this, where is it? It's nail polish. It's Revlon bloody special color green. It looks close enough to solder mask. That works quite well. Gave the board a clean up, assembled it, put all the screws back in the motherboard, you know, mounts onto the chassis, mounted the drives. So yeah, she's all looking happy there now. It's quite pleasing to get that done actually. And I was just checking that she was all up and running, and everything looks fine. I haven't tested the CD-ROM at this stage. Oh, I removed the Buddha because it's going into the machine below it. That's going to go into the 040 down here. So yeah, so this machine here, I'm going to temporarily move off the bench here because the project machine now that I want to just crank up and make sure it's all up and running is the Amiga 2500, and it's got the 020 accelerator in it. I just want to, you know, fire it up, give it some attention. The 040 is going to get some attention at some stage soon. I'll be getting the IDE, you know, compact flash card in there with the Buddha. That way I can give it some love. I'm actually almost tempted to remove the Gotek, you know. Don't know. I'm sort of thinking about just putting them back to original. I don't know. It's a bit like what bloody classic car people do, eh? You know, you got to have the right engine from the right. Yeah. Yes. So, I mean, you'll probably know more about that than what I do, actually. Evil C, as far as what should be in it. Like if I want to take it to stock, what did they come with? Did they come with an extra RAM card? And was it just a RAM card? I'd have to look that up actually. I haven't put much research into it, so I'm not really quite sure. But we'll lift the lid on the 2500 and have a wee look, see what it's got. So I'll shut down the 030 here. This needs a bit of a clean up too. It's a little bit dirty here. The case is not 100%, you know. She needs a bit of a clean. It's got a couple of wee scuffs and bits and pieces on it. It was a little bit bent. I had to do a little bit of panel beating down the back corner here. Oh, is it this one? Ah, ooh, that's handy. Yeah, right. This piece here. Just earthing myself there. So is this the original card that would have come in a 2500? Yeah, that'll be neat to fit, won't it, eh? And a 2091. A 2091. Let's have a wee look. We'll shut this beastie here off. Actually, I might as well shut the other one off. I was doing a bit of testing, switching between the 040 and the 030 machine because yesterday afternoon, I was having trouble with my capture setup, just the setup in general. The mic was dropping out on the Sony camera. The capture was dropping out, and it was because I had the capture plugged into a USB extension and a little hub down here. I think she was just drawing too much power, and it was upsetting the apple cart. So I just did a little bit of testing before I streamed, make sure I can switch between. And it seemed to be only when I was switching, with this KVM switch, that KVM switch there, if I was switching between these two computers, it would kill the mic sometimes and kill the capture. It was bloody bizarre. Oh, it does it. Okay, let's have a look at that. Commodore yes, A2500 2 meg RAM. Yeah. Right there. Pretty neat. Light's a bit screwed up on it. There you go. Yeah, nice one. Ah, bloody awesome. Yeah, I'd kind of forgotten actually that it was specifically for the A2500. But yeah, now that you mention it. Okay, well, we'll remove this. And we'll have a wee squiz at the 2500 to see what she's packing. They're pretty chunky, bloody heavy beasts when you get them loaded up, hey? Oof, yeah, this one's heavy too. Oh, you know what? Have I already got one? I didn't even look, did I? The previous owner, so this power supply here has actually come out of that one that's got test bed written on it, the one that I've just taken out. Not quite sure why I've swapped them over like that, but anyway. I reckon this is just going to fire up. But let's take the cards out, just have a wee look, see what we've got here. That looks suspiciously like another A2500 RAM card, doesn't it? So what are these? Have they got... Here, look at that. Same card. You know what? I didn't even realise I had that one. It's just been so long until now, you know, really, that I've been mucking around with the Amigas and sort of almost forgot to a certain extent some of the stuff that I had. So I can run those in parallel, right? But we'll just keep it stock at this stage. Yeah, it's pretty handy. This here is another one of these, so I can actually run SCSI again on this, you know, with my zip drive and my SideQuest. Yeah, so this is actually, I've put a label on this. It's the original A2500 drive. I must have installed a bridge board at some stage. I still can't find the bloody bridge boards. It's annoying me. They'll turn up at some stage. Now here's the A2500 accelerator. It's an 020. Curious to do a bit of benchmarking with that one. So what do we got? We've got an 020 RC 16E. So that's 16 megahertz, is it? Along with a 68851 RC 16A. So that's FPU, is it? Or 6881 RC16, that's an FPU, isn't it? What's the 68851? Is that MMU? Bloody floppy drive cable's missing. That could be a bit of a bugger. Not sure if I've got another one. Oh, well, I know I've got one, but handy, I mean. Floppy drive cable. Yeah, right. Okay. And this is the A2091. Which will have some RAM on it as well, won't it? So we'll probably need to just plug one in at a time. And actually, do I need the floppies? I'll tell you what, in the meantime, I'll just whack this in and we'll see if we've got a bootable system. She's a bloody old spinner, SCSI spinner. I'll crank her up without the accelerator in it. Oh, it's got a flicker fixer too, that's handy. So we can capture it, that's good. Everything's looking in order. I can actually run an external CD-ROM on this one too. Yes, I think so. Yeah, it does for sure. That's what this, is it what they call SIP RAM here? In fact, the 030 that I've got, so the machine I just removed, it's got RAM on it, but it's not fully populated. And I've got some of this RAM, so I'm tempted to fully populate that one as well at some stage. All little projects that need to be dealt with. Rightio, I think everything's looking hunky-dory there. Just having a look at that socket. Yeah, that looks alright. Okay, let's crank her up. Ooh, listen to that. That's another red light job. Is she going to boot? That's the next question. Hard drive's making some funky noises. Doing something. It sounds like it's making booting noises. That's looking promising, isn't it? Sweet. Oh yeah, I've been messing around with this one at some stage by the look of that. It's potentially looking for something there. I know it'll be. I had this problem the other day, yesterday, no, was it? Yesterday, yeah, where I removed a floppy drive, and because the floppy drive had a cross-DOS associated with it, you can't see it at the moment because it's not quite lining up on the screen. All I really need to do here is boot from floppy, which I can't do because, see, it's just sitting there. That's because both floppies are disconnected, and there's what is it, PC0 and PC1 is in the devs DOS drivers folder, and it'll just sit there forever like this. If I remove those, we'll be away and laughing. Problem is, I don't have a bloody floppy drive cable handy. I might have to do a little visit to the garage. Either that or I steal the other one out of, no, I'm not going to do that, it's a pain in the ass. Oh, sweet. Okay. Quite sure why it's sort of shifted over like that. I'm not sure there'll be much I can do with it. Hang on a sec. No, not sure why it's sort of cut off like that. I might be able to get some adjustment once I get the machine booting properly. Yeah. Okay. Floppy drive cable. I think I know where there's a floppy drive cable, so I'll be back soon. Sorry about that.
Family, the Commodore 64 Family Pack, a value of $700 for just $499.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
Bugger. Ooh, bugger me. Bugger. Easy now, son. Ooh, bugger. You bird.
Bugger.
Bugger. Bugger.
Aren't you astronauts?
Yes, ma'am. We like to compare notes with Stevie on the new space station.
Hi, we're the Pointer Sisters. We need Stevie's help with our new album.
The Amiga computer. What can it do? Well, what do you want it to do?
I need some more help.
Mr. O'Neill. Upstairs first door on the left.
Amiga from Commodore, the computer for the creative mind.
Okay. Yeah, what is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2 meg. 1 meg chip. Floppy cables. So, probably should have done this before I put that hard drive card in. It's impossible to do once you get the accelerator in. This is going to come out. Okay. This hard drive card is not from this machine originally. Now, actually that cable's not quite long enough, you know. That one's longer. I wonder if that's not made for this. That could be out of one of the Amiga 3000s. I'm thinking, I wonder. this cable here. Yeah, it's miles shorter. I suspect that might be out of the 3000, one of the 3000s. So, this one should be good. Tell you what, man, I've got the Amiga bug so badly that I think I'll probably carry on next month as well. I'm having so much fun with these bloody machines. And it's a really good opportunity to build them how I want them set up, you know, and have them set up ready to go with the lids on and everything, just so I can plug them in and bloody go for it. I may move on a couple. I'm not really too sure. It's actually quite nice to know that I've got some spare parts, if you know what I mean. And I don't know, they seem to be sort of underrated, the old 2000 for some reason. Not quite sure why. I'm not sure I've got the right, I've got these hooked up right, you know. Pin 1. I think pin 1 goes, well, I never trust these marks because the guy that had it before me, he would just put, not arbitrary marks, but the mark didn't necessarily relate to pin 1. It just related to the mark that he put on the other end of the board or the cable. It doesn't quite always correlate. I just can't quite remember how that should be set up. I could refer to my other machine. We'll take a stab. So here we go. No. Floppy drive lights are on. Solid. So DF0 is to the outside. I think these can be fussy as to where they are on the cable too, can't they? We'll soon find out. So maybe these marks on here are actually pin 1. I might have actually marked those because it looks like the same pen that I used to write on them that they're okay and been cleaned and tested, etc. Looking a bit more promising. It's burning off the hard drive. Keyboard's plugged in. No, it's not. It's that one. This is a red light job as well. Yep. It's burning off DF0 there. That's good. Okey-doke. Yeah. Yep. Oh, the screen's lined up this time. Must be some weird bloody resolution I'm running. Yeah, the bottom of the screen's cut off. That's just my capture setup. But I just about guarantee if I go in here, devs device drivers, and if I take these out, I better check that I've got them sitting in storage. PC0. Yeah, we'll just move those back there. Pretty sure that's what's stopping it from booting. Yeah, I wouldn't know if they're the original drives. Yeah, it's a good question. Let's see if I can line this up a bit better. I wonder if it could just be the overscan. What's the flicker fixer doing? Yeah, doesn't like that. High res. Might be the overscan, eh? It's better. It's still off the bottom of the screen, but that's all good. Oh, I've got a few bits and pieces on here. Do I have sysinfo? I must have had the Picasso in here at some stage. Bog standard ECS Agnes with 1 meg. So she's going to be slow, right? 7 megahertz. Woohoo! Memory. Okay, so that's the memory on the hard drive card, and then we've got the 1 meg chip. So the HD is 2 meg, and so next I'll chuck the accelerator in. Okay. Oh, how do we look at that AIBB2 Evil C? And I didn't. I did a little bit of reading, and I just ran one of the tests. I'm not too sure exactly if you've done much benchmarking with that, but I literally just ran the dry stones test. I was sort of thinking that maybe, you know, that's a reasonable comparison with what Sysinfo will do. It runs the dry stones as well, doesn't it? Now that I could use for SCSI devices, but in fact I can actually use external SCSI with this card, so that's bloody handy. Hook my zip drive and whatnot up. Effectively will end up a similar setup as to what I've got with the 030, which is bloody handy. Okay, accelerator I think is happy here. Oh yeah, I did run the beach ball as well. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have to have a wee play with that. You can see this is running a bit quicker already. Now it was tools and tools, wasn't it? Sysinfo. '68 EC020, 8881 FPU, and the MMU is the 8851. And so I can enable the MMU in this. Yeah, so she's no speed demon. 2021. In fact, I've got my spreadsheet up here. I should fill it in. We have a space for the A2500 here. Serial number is ending 1220. The accelerator, what's the official? I'm not sure what the official name of that accelerator is, but we'll just call it A2500 020 in the meantime. A2620, thanks. Bloody font of knowledge you are. Thank you, sir. ECS Agnes 1 meg. Running power. Standard Denise. And we're running the 68 EC 020 at 15 megahertz, pretty much, isn't it? 15 megahertz. And we've got FPU 6888. 1 MMU 68851. Chip RAM, we've got 1 meg. We've got 2 meg on the hard drive card and memory here. 6 meg. Yep, so there's 4 meg on that accelerator. And we're getting 2021. So yeah, she's no speed demon. So it's, yeah, about a quarter of the speed of, well, let's say half the speed of an A1200. Around a quarter, if not less, than an 030 50 megahertz. Less than a quarter. 4 times faster than a stock A600. Half as fast as the 68030 25 megahertz. That's sysinfo, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Might as well get the MMU running. If I can find the disk. Oh, that whole pile was bloody lemmings. Oh, jeez. This is where a GoTech's handy, right? If you're set up for it. Because I end up with these little piles of discs floating around the place. Oh, it's not in there. Where are you hiding? Have I left it in a machine? That's the other option. Okay. Well, I guess now I can copy across my cross-DOS. Oh, I can see more piles of discs there. There we go. MMU. Yeah, it's decidedly slower than the 030s, that's for sure. You see those other libraries there, the 68020 and the 030, 040 libraries? They don't seem to get used. The only one that seems to get used is the mmu.library. Not quite sure why they're there. Oh shit, am I going to run out of RAM? I'm just so used to using, extracting the stuff into RAM, because on the other computers I've got, well, 8 on one, isn't there? And there's more on the other, but this could soak all my RAM up. Yeah, I can tell just using Opus here, it's nowhere near as snappy, but only to be expected, eh? Can't complain. Right, okay. Actually, so first of all, libs, right? Yeah, chuggy, chuggy, chuggy. MMU library. I mean, I don't know. Do I copy across that 020 one? I don't know. Not sure what it's for. Anyway. Okay. And we want just the whole MMU lib to go into the system, or sys. So I'll move it in there. Yeah, it makes you wonder what I mean, it doesn't seem to make any difference to whether MMU's in use or not. You know, whether it's got the 020 library or the 030. Oh shit, have I filled the disk? Oh no. What have I got here? What? 18 meg? Why did I do that? That was a bit bloody stupid. Oh man. I don't think it really matters where it goes, but as long as I point it to the right place, you know, when the user start up. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. You know what? I'm actually tempted to blow it away and do a full old school disk install. Because that's not good. Yeah, I'm sort of tempted to start from scratch, to be honest, because that's no good. I do like the fact that this original SCSI hard drive's still running. It's a 100 meg drive. I mean, I'm not going to get much on it, but I don't put much on them, really. It's not like I'll be gaming on this one so much. If I do, it'll be really just to compare Frontier Elite, maybe whack that on and see how it goes on the 020. It's going to run pretty slow, but you know, just for shits and giggles. What else would I put on it? I mean, I could put some games on it that I like to play, you know, Stunt Car Racer and things like that, and I think 100 megs is probably enough. Let's have a look and see if there's anything. Or I might leave that though. I've got 57 meg free here. In the meantime, I'll just run with it, and maybe for another stream, I'll do a you know, old school floppy disk installation of bloody. Tempted to put 2 on it. What is this running? This is 2. This is 2, isn't it? 38.35. That's 2, isn't it? 2.05, something like that. That sounds like something stupid I'd do. Not really stupid, just sort of period specific. I had that open too somewhere. Here we go. What is it? 38.35. 38.35. 38.36 is 2.1. Yep. Yep. I wonder, I mean, if I was going to be super anal and put this back to stock, what operating system did the 2500 release with? Because 2.1 2.0 was A3000. 2.04 was the, among other things, the A2000. 2.05 is the A600. 2.1 is the 2000. 3.1 is the 2000. I mean, obviously, as they release them. 3.5, 3.9 is also the 2000. Yeah, 2.04 ROMs, isn't it? 37.17 is a 2.0, well, what is it? It's a 37.67 is a 2.04 ROM. And a 36 is a 2.0. So yeah, it's so it's probably got the right OS on it, eh? So at some stage, I'll do an old school, actual in-place floppy install. But in the meantime, I'll copy that emuLibs out to the work folder, work partition. I'll have to, I think it's done it in chunks here now, so let's go work. Hang on a second. Oh no. Okay. Destination, yes. Move it. I like how you can completely fill the system drive, like chock it to the brim, and the OS carries on running happy as Larry. Unlike Windows. I like the noise that these SCSI drives make when they're chugging away. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there will be something there I can do that with. Now it was work, wasn't it? Work. Emulibs. / emu tools. Emu tools. Emulibs, emu tools, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, emulib, emu tools. Emulib. Not that it makes much difference, especially with benchmarking. It doesn't make much difference, eh? The RAM seems to make a difference though, eh? If you put more fast RAM in. Did I just see it say unknown command? What's it doing? Is it waiting for that? Okay. Yeah, I've got this MUI that's like a magic user interface or something from memory. Ah, this PC. This is for the bridge board. One day when I find it. It's an old. Back up. There's not a hell of a lot in here, is there? Turbo print. Anyway, I've got 17 meg. I'm pretty sure there was an error on startup there. Where did I see it? It was in tools, wasn't it? Tools. This one. Yeah, it's not in use. Pretty sure that I saw an error there. MMU lib. Let's just make sure that's right. MMU lib. MMU lib. MU tools. That should work. Didn't see any errors. In use, MMU. See if it actually makes any difference to the benchmark, eh? $2022. No. Okay, let's whack in some RAM. More RAM. Another 2. Let's see how much difference the RAM makes to the benchmarking. Uh-oh. That doesn't look promising, does it? Black screen. Might just try reseating that. Yeah, it's possible. Yes. Let's see. See if it survives. I don't like the look of that, eh? Yeah, you might be right. I might have a dud. I might have a dud RAM card, eh? Yeah. Yeah, it was booting. Oh, sorry, you didn't see that. There was an error, basically. An error with DH1, and I had two options: suspend or reboot. But she's not looking happy. How are you, Retro Demergy, tonight? You going well? Oh, actually, the hard drive's sounding a bit janky. Oh, nice. Nice to have a day off. Oh, what is it? Is it Sunday where you are? What's today? Monday here. Black screen. Monday, yeah. Black screen. Yeah. Don't like it. Right. Let's try your card, Evil C. Or let's try a different slot. Screen is blank. That's not right. Not liking this, this card. Right, Mr. C. Here's a test, hey? You know this one's going though, eh? I'm pretty sure this is a go. A go with this one. Yep. Black screen again. Unless it's something to do with the RAM cards aren't playing ball with the other RAM that's in there, because that's doing exactly the same thing. Better make sure I've still got a booting system, eh? Yeah. Might be something else. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. I think potentially it's just when I'm installing these boards, potentially it is de-seating ever so slightly the hard drive card. So I'm putting my RAM card back in, and then I'm going to reseat the hard drive, because I'm wondering if maybe just the flexing of the motherboard might be just enough to upset that hard drive card. Could be talking crap too. Because no, that's not happy. Although it did actually try and boot before. There we go. Back on. Right. This is my RAM card in there at the moment. Let's see how we go. Yeah, it's probably a good idea. Hard drive, power light just went doot, 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 and yeah. I'll put a question mark beside that RAM card. Let's try your one again. But if this doesn't work, I'll try another slot. And as you say, I might just try a little clean. I'll reseat the hard drive card here. And we'll see how your one goes there. No, I don't like that. Yeah, it's possible. Yep. I'll put it in the very left-hand slot. And I could actually move that hard drive card as well. Well, that's looking promising. That's looking promising, eh? Look at that. Oh yeah, that hard drive is starting to make some. Oh. It's not too bad there. It's not too bad there, but it was making this squealing noise just before. Okay, we've got 8 meg. That's what we expect to see. Let's see if it makes a difference to the speed. Oh yeah. No. Doesn't make any difference to the speed, that extra RAM, eh? Drives, here we go. Oh, we're getting 900k a second, is it? Yeah, 900k a second. You know what I'm going to do now, don't you? Go for broke. That flashing is actually just the capture, I think. Resyncing. Doesn't do that on the CRT. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we might be up and flying here. Still showing 8 meg of RAM though, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think we've gained anything here. Ooh. Jeez. 8 meg still. So maybe it's not reading that other card. Can you put 2 of these inside by side like this? Oh, I assume you can. Auto config should sort it, shouldn't it? Oh, of course. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting that. So what I'll do now though is I'll pull your card and yeah, and I'll just see whether my card's actually working. Yeah, good point. Thank you, sir. So I'll just pull your one and let's see, here we go. It's looking promising. Yep, it's working. Oh no, look at that, software failure. This is what it did before. So there's probably faulty RAM on that board, eh? Try it in the same slot as I had yours in. See what we get. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, I know. Or it's just a slot thing, because that seems fine, right? I mean, it needs more testing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's just something to do with the slot that it's in. Maybe. Yeah, 8 meg fast. I'll keep it in there and just see how we go for reliability. Yeah, I gave them all a clean, but you know, they might need a little bit more than just that though. Hard drive light's on continuously at the moment. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced that RAM card is playing ball. I might just remove it and we'll stick with 6 meg. I'm not 100% sure that the install's a good one here either. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Do I have sound? You can't actually see the ship, can you? Because yeah, the capture's not set up right. Well, no, it's not. It's not that it's not set up right. It's just I don't have the right gear to capture it properly. But it's probably not an ideal game to be playing if you can't see what I'm doing. The open source scan converter is on its way. looking forward to. This is a good game though, Deluxe Gallagher. How do I put? Listen to the hard drive. Time to look at another option, I think, as far as hard drives are concerned, possibly. How do I quit? Do I have to turn the computer off? Oh, there we go. Got it. I'm not going to play this. The intro is cool though. I like the music. Yeah, I found Swift pretty hard. I've hardly ever played it. I had a quick go the other night just on stream, and yeah, I was pretty diabolical at it. I really like that deluxe Gallagher. It's probably one of my favourite tune-ups. Quite like Hybris as well. Hybris is pretty cool. In fact, if I hook up the old what have I got? The zip drive. This fuzzy zip drive, I can transfer some stuff onto this. Have a wee play. For some reason these games aren't quitting. I wonder if they're not actual WHD load. I wonder if they're actually... I think they're actually installed on the drive. But that's what I should do for shits and giggles, is just put on WHD load on this machine and just run a few of the basic games just to see how it goes. Yeah. Let's hook up my... oh, no, the zip's going to be a pain in the butt because I need another computer for that to transfer the files onto the zip disk. Yeah. I'm actually tempted to blow away this install, but I'm just not 100% sure whether it's worth doing with this drive. I mean, it's sounding a bit gnarly at times, but I think it's okay. You know, like it's... I don't think it's developing bad sectors or anything like that. Seems to be trucking along all right, although it's making some pretty horrendous noises at times. But yeah. What's another way I could get files onto the... I could hook up the Buddha. That's what I could do. Install the Buddha. This is original Buddha Flash. I need a power connector. Yeah, that's what I'm running low on. Oh, I don't have any splitters for, you know, the small Molex for the floppy drive. I need one for this compact flash, you know, this job here. G'day Neo. I've got something to show you. I've been waiting for you. I've moved it. But you know, this computer here, the one with no lid on it, that's not the normal one with no lid on it. This is an Amiga 2500. Yeah, I just wanted to show you something, because I know you've mentioned it before, but the computer that's normally there, right, normally there, is on the floor down here. See that one? What do you notice about it? See where the CD-ROM is? It's got the lid on it. No, that's not the one. That's the Gotek one. That's the Gotek one here, with the 040. This one. Yeah, slot loader, but the case is attached, and the CD-ROM is mounted, and the hard drive's mounted. Yeah. Yep, slot loader. But that's the machine that's normally sitting here. And, you know, it's like, it's had the lid off it forever. Well, I finally got around to loading, you know, to installing the CD-ROM drive and putting the case on. Yeah. It's very convenient for Alice. Yeah. Yeah, she's probably by the fire somewhere, I suppose. Yeah. So what I can do, if I want to do something with this, is I can disconnect one of these drives, but I need to remove the cross-DOS for DF1 to do before I do that, otherwise the machine doesn't boot. I'm very good, thank you. It was really nice to finally put the lid on that machine, get that CD-ROM mounted and the hard drive mounted. That was a nice job I did early evening this evening. That was good. Yeah, definitely a tidier. And then I just moved it off to accommodate this one here. I don't want to stack too many on top of each other because they, you know, these two here are quite light because they've got hardly anything in them. They don't have power supplies in them at the moment. That's right. There are no screws in them. You noticed. You noticed that. Good on you. So if I move PC1 across, where the hell did PC0 go? I was sure I moved, oh there it is there, yeah, okay. PC1, and I can disconnect D1 now. Yeah. Very different to AT. So what I need is, I need a splitter, you know, for these, so I can run all my drives. So I can run the two floppies plus the compact flash to IDE adapter. So I can whack the border in here, and I can transfer files. This is what I want to do with the machine underneath it, so that I can give that 040 machine some love and attention, which it's desperately needing. Put that there, and then I just need something to, I need to make sure that doesn't short on anything. I need something to isolate that. Just in the meantime, it's temporary. That'll be okay like that there. And then I just need to copy the driver file on. Where is that? pretty much only need one file. I'll just use my 720k floppy. VIP badges. Yeah, definitely. VIP badges, I mean, I'm not even sure how to do it, what what it is. Something to do with the badge that you see in the chat, is it? You know I'm new to this. I only just started watching bloody Twitch when I joined the Discord channel. I'd never watched Twitch before in my life, so I don't know much about it. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Badges. As a user bled purple like it was their job and was one of the most engaging members in Twitch. What did that do? Anything? I'm trying. Oh, okay. Accidentally banned. Unable to add VIP, visit the achievements page on your dashboard to learn how to unlock additional VIP slots. Achievements page. I don't even know where the hell that is. I'll look into it at some stage. But yep, yeah, exactly. I don't know, maybe do I have to be an affiliate? I mean, I'm what, 6 viewers or something off being affiliate? Yeah. I'm assuming that's what it requires. I don't know. But both of you will be VIP. Oh, hold on. It's already... Yeah, it could be followers. Yeah. I don't have to do anything. It's already working. Look. Compact flash. It's already working. So, I can't hot swap this successfully. It just won't. It doesn't do it. Shit, that was easy, wasn't it? Plug in the bloody Buddha and walk away. You're done. I need more stalkers. I'm working on it. Yeah, that was real easy. It's because it's using scuzzy.device for that hard drive. It's not GVP, it's not anything fancy. Yeah. It's the scuzzy.device that it looks for, and it's already set up on this machine. The reason it didn't work well on the other machine is because it's using a GVP as the SCSI hard drive controller, and I didn't. It took me a while to work out. I assume it did. I assume so. Evil C will probably know that. Oh, no, I can't. I have to load it through the emulator. I've got one of these that works somewhere. Which one did I set up the other day? Yeah, it was this one here. First of all, I need to copy across WHD load. Oh, there's all sorts of things I have to do to get WHD load working. How are the cats going anyway, Neo? Do you still have to keep them indoors? So I need that. Still in lockdown. No, that's bugger, eh? Okay, I'll copy that across. The kickstarts I'll need. I think I've got LHA, but I'll grab that anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's bugger. Other games? Are these games going to fit? let's just go for the not 100% sure these games are all going to fit. Let's just try it. That could take a little while. Yeah, I don't have any of those. The only network card I've got is a PCMCIA for the Amiga 600, 1200, and I've never ever had it work. I still don't know why. There's something I probably need to spend a bit more time with. Yeah. Network cards would be bloody handy, actually. Such a way with words. Right. Yeah. I think I'm going to fill this drive in one hit. Oh, actually, it's going to be a matter of how much room have I got at the other end. My fancy 100 megabyte SCSI drive. Hey, I've got 100 meg. Can I do that? Oh, I'll tell you what I could do is I could just whack an IDE drive on. I've got one here. Where did I put it? That'll give me a bit more room. It's a 500 meg. Is it? Yeah, 545 Seagate. Handy. Oh, I can whack that on there. Just for today anyway. I can use that as extra storage. I could even install bloody WHD load on it. Could actually use it as my main boot drive. You know, if I keep the border in here, which I don't intend on doing so. But it's possible I could use this as a boot. Okay, you've got the games on there. Let's whack that on there just in case we need it. Yeah, right. Okay. Compact flash is got everything we need on it. can see why I run them for a while with the lid off, eh? PC40, that's a cool machine. Yeah, this is my IDE drive, look. Isn't that handy? Oh, hang on a minute. Compact flash is not picking up. Because they're both master. See if I can set that compact flash to slave. Back to bloody IDE, eh? Jeebus. Alright. You don't have this problem with Amigas. Well, you have SCSI issues with Amigas. Right, that's set to slave. SCSI ID, issues. See what happens, eh? Ooh, that hard drive sounded nasty. Don't be concerned if you can see a Vata in here. It is a Vata, but it's very new. Yes, I put a Vata back in it. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem to like this. Let's have a look, see what Toolbox says, eh? Yeah, it set the hard drive to slave. It's seeing them. Yeah. Oh, DH3 might be. That's the IDE. Yeah, it's set to DH3 as well. I think we'll call that one DH4. No. I'm gonna make the compact flash DH4. So I wonder whether that will sort it. Otherwise, I'll nuke it. Oh, can I? Yeah. Oh, well. Which one did I change? I changed the compact. No, I changed the IDE drive. That's fine. I don't mind nuking the IDE drive. Oh, okay. In the toolbox, because both of them picked up as DH3, or will the operating system change that? I'm going to nuke it anyway. Oh, except it won't let me, eh? It's actually seeing this though, isn't it? I'll cancel that. See, it's saying changed here. And if I save, it's going to ask me to reboot, isn't it? Oh no. Let's see then. Oh, there's the compact flash there. Look. It's working. It's working. Oh, did I not have... I thought I had WHD load on that, in that location. Obviously I didn't put it in. Bear with. Oh, I think that's the SCSI drive making some horrible noises. It's not clattering, it's just squealing. Yeah, I forgot to put WHD load on that bloody compact flash. Oh, it's a pain. You'll get to see how to install WHD load, at least. If you don't already, I mean, Eve will see, you'll know how to do that, I'm sure. You'd probably have to... I don't think you can lube them from the outside, you know, and as soon as you lift the lid on them, I'm sure that, you know, potentially contamination will deal to it. As in, feck the drive. There'll be a WHD load in here somewhere. Right there. Yeah, I'm not sure about that SCSI one, but if we have a look at this one, it's kind of like a sealed, you know, this part here is part of the bottom casing, if you know what I mean. Not sure about that SCSI drive. there is an IDE light header on the Buddha. You can see the compact flash one's got one built in, but I guess I'd have to sort of splice in the two. So I've got a hard drive LED leads running from the SCSI card to the actual hard disk LED here. I guess if I wanted to, I could splice in the Buddha IDE as well, just to show disk activity here. Yeah. I've got a few SCSI drives actually. Some of them are working still, so whether I stick with SCSI on this one, I don't know. I might just run this one until it dies, see what happens. Right. Do you think they could feed back, put diodes in line or something like that? Do you think that would be okay? Yeah, that's an idea. Or even if, because, well, I guess you could be using two at the same time. You could be copying from the IDE to the SCSI. I was thinking of putting something that's like a little transparent window on the front of the LED, and then mounting two LEDs in behind it, maybe two different colors that you know, that'd be quite cool. No, it's not there. So hopefully I grab the installer file as well. Please tell me I did. Yes, I did. Got to install the installer. Now from memory, I think it just goes to C. Yeah, what disk is it on though? I can never remember. Workbench. Pretty sure it goes into C, doesn't it? The install disk. Yeah. That makes sense. What? Is this going to screw me over? Why is this not working? Can't find help. Is it going to quit? Does that matter? I take it it's installed the WHD load, although it failed to install the help. I'm assuming. So now I just need the kickstarts. I'm going to run out of room on this bloody drive, aren't I? Yeah. So this is going to put a spanner in the works. Is there such a thing as partition magic for the Amiga? I can move some crap off here though, can't I? Surely. Workbench. Let's see what I can move. It's such a pathetically small bloody DH0. This MIUI here, I'm sure, can go. Oh, hang on. I just need to read that. I don't have the right screen up. Hang on a sec. I think I know what you're saying though. I haven't seen it yet. I think, are you saying you just try and extend the partition in the HD toolbox? Oh God. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, make sure you've got a good backup before you do anything like that. If you've got important stuff on there. Not that we store important stuff on Amigas anymore, do we? I mean, gee. Saved games, maybe? How much space have I got now? only 16 meg. This PC one I should move. That's just Bridgeboard stuff. Yes, yeah, you're right. High scores, saved games, things like that. Still only 16 meg. What else can I move? Why is that still there? Why is PC still... Oh, it's not. $16 meg in use, 90% full. Yeah, it's only an 18 meg. Some stupid bastard only made an 18 meg partition. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know if I've got enough bloody room. And I think some of these I don't need anyway, but I might as well grab the lot. Okay. What else do I need for WHD load? I think that should be all I need to actually get games to run. Let's have a look. Let's try Frontier, if it'll run. I might have to reboot. Let's having to think about it. Oh yeah, okay. So I need that RTB. A500 RTB. Now where did I put that? I think it's that S-Kicks. So if I go back out, that there. If I extract that, might not be able to fit it on, but I'll give it a go. I could just grab the one that it's asking for. That's another option. deselect, go back out. Ah, damn it. Close the lister maybe. So I want it to go to devs, kickstarts. Oh, it's no, still selected. Oh crap. Hang on a minute. What was it? A500.rtb? That one? Maybe I should grab the whole lot. I don't need the pats, right? Ooh, it's going to work. Certainly takes a lot longer to do stuff on the O20. I've been a bit spoiled with these O30s. That actually looks like it's... That actually looks like it's running not too badly. That actually looks like it might be running better than the O30 running at bloody 25 megahertz. Haha. Because it was getting a bit chunky on the O30 25. It's a bit chunky there. It'd be an interesting comparison actually. Could actually compare it with the stream. I might watch the stream back yesterday afternoon's stream. I think I was doing a side-by-side comparison then, wasn't I? Yeah, I mean that is a bit chunky, but you got to remember this is an O20. Yeah. But this doesn't seem to be chugging any more than, it doesn't seem to be chugging any more than an O30 running at 25 megahertz, to be honest. You remember that one yesterday afternoon, Neo, and it was pretty chuggy. I wonder if the FPU has got something to do with it. Just see, so I was running it on an A2000 with the 25 megahertz. Yeah, that's got an FPU as well. I wonder whether the MMU is making a difference, because that computer I was running it on yesterday afternoon, Oh, hang on. No, it does have MMU in use. Same amount of RAM as well. Exactly the same RAM. So the A2000's got the Agnes 1 meg, as does this. Both have standard Denise. The 2000 has an FPU, the 8882 FPU. This one's got the 8881 FPU. MMU on the A2000, it doesn't actually say what type of MMU it is, but on this one it's an 8851. Both 1 mega chip, both 6 meg fast RAM. I'm just about tempted to, once I upload this, is actually take the clips, take both of the clips out. Yeah. Yeah. Would be interesting to see them running side by side, actually. I'm not really set up to do that. I can't be bothered moving that other one back. Yeah, interesting. Wow. WHD loads running. That's good. So I can move these games off, or copy them. Yeah, I was reading. I think is it some of the chips have, or some of the setups have the MMUs actually in the chip, and some of them have the MMUs external. She's chugging away there. Right. What was the 010 used in? I mean, I see there's plenty of 030s. I've got plenty of 030s, and I've got the 020 and the 040, but I've never seen an 010. I sort of wonder whether that was just skipped in the Amigas, or whether there was a production machine that came with an 010. I'm not aware of it. Right, okay. There was mention too that Buddha card, that Buddha flash card, supports Linux. That's something that actually one of the, what is it? It's the 040 card, I think. It's got an option to run Unix. Yeah, okay. Running Unix on the Amiga would be pretty hard case, wouldn't it? Pretty useless without networking though, eh? Okay. Are they socketed, Evil C, in the 1000? Because don't they Oh, okay, yeah. That would still be fun though, wouldn't it? Because you've got the serial port. I've got a bloody terminal sitting in the garage. That'd be bloody hard case, wouldn't it? Have a Unix server running. Oh, yeah. Just because I can, right? I don't know if it works. I actually only bought it for the keyboard because it had a Model M keyboard with it. I like to do things for shits and giggles sometimes just to play around. Completely useless, I know, some of those things, but yeah, it's worth a laugh. Yeah, I saw, wasn't the one on Trade Me a while back? That Super Serial card? Yeah. Retro bragging rights to, yeah, port into Twitch. That'd be funny. They have the Twitch chat come up on a terminal. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Do, uh, you'd need an internet connection somehow, though, wouldn't you, to get to Twitch, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, the Amiga would need an internet connection, wouldn't it? The Unix. I mean, you could do it with a terminal that's connected to the internet somehow, I'm sure, like the Twitch chat thing. But I'd want to do it on my Amiga, whether it's running Unix or whether it's running bloody Workbench. I could do it if I could get that bloody compact flash to, that Wi-Fi adapter, compact flash Wi-Fi adapter I've got. Well, I've got one, but I can't get it to run. I've got one of these. I've got one of these, but I don't think, I think you need drivers, potentially. I'm not sure that would, I'm just not sure the Amiga would be happy with something like that. That's a Linksys Wireless G notebook adapter. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you have to get it on the internet, though. It's taken a while to transfer. It's all going down the same cable, too. There is 2 ports on that Buddha. What else is interesting here that I should copy across? What, 147 euro for what? A network card? Is that a network card for the A2000? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap, is it? We'll see how stunt car racer runs, eh? Yeah, I like that idea of doing that. If I made room on my desk, I could actually put my keyboard there. It's a bit chunky. Oh, I wonder if I can turn on that turbo mode. I don't think this version gave me that option, did it? Yeah, because this is running pretty much like it does on a stock A500, I think. It didn't give me the... Oh, I wonder if I'm running two different versions. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. They're still chucking CRTs out now, though. I've got so many CRTs stashed away that I'm almost getting it to the point where I need to start chucking them. I know people want them, but it's just, you know, I'm in the top of the south, and I guess next time I go to Christchurch I could run some down there for anyone who's in Christchurch that wants CRT. But they're chucking out old TVs as well, you know, cool old TVs. You see them sitting out in the rain. Oh, you know, and I just think, geez, if I had the room, I'd snafu some of those old TVs too, because they're just so cool. Oh, yeah, so we've got custom, is it custom 2 that gives you the speed? Toggle turbo. See if turbo makes a difference here. Oh yeah, it's running in turbo mode. I think I could probably enable the cache as well, and it might get even faster. And it was actually stupid fast on the A30. It's better, but it's still a little bit chunky, isn't it? A bit chunky. Went round there with full boost. I think we can do this. Equals 1. See if that makes any difference. Yeah. Oh yeah, it seems to be nicer. It looks a bit different racing now, doesn't it? Oh yeah, that's really going. Yeah, so with the turbo set on and the cache set on the A30, it's almost unplayable. And I mean, that's sped up heaps, isn't it? Look at that. It's almost manic on this one as well. I think I ended up turning the turbo off on the A30 and running just the cache. This almost seems too fast as well. It just gets a little bit out of hand. You don't have as much time to react. I'm in a boost. Oh, was I really sucking that much boost up? Yeah, what setting though? Is that the cache one? Just cache, do you think might be a better option? Let's see what just cache goes. If I take custom 2 off. No turbo, but cache. That's better, I think. Yeah, that's not quite as maniac. That's actually quite nice. Seems like a little bit of graphical corruption, like the colours aren't quite right. The yellow stripes down the side of the track, things like that, they don't seem quite 100%. I'm actually quite looking forward to playing this on the 040 with the turbo and the cage turned on. Actually, I think that might be a little project for maybe tomorrow night, the night after maybe. sometime this week, is actually properly installing the Buddha if I can. Yeah, I'm not sure how much hard drive space I've got on that one either. Yeah, just not too sure whether the IDE cable's long enough to allow it to reach the back of the case, things like that. I could certainly sort something out temporarily so that I could start configuring that 040 the way I want it, and having a wee play. Or run Frontier Elite and this here stunt car racer on full tilt. And I need to get my benchmark off it. Oh no, I've done that already, haven't I? Yeah, I have. I've done that. The benchmark for the 040 is just bloody off the charts. You saw that, I think. Yeah, the benchmark for the 040 is 23,607. So over twice as fast as my fastest Amiga. Fastest other Amiga. So the 030, the wee A600 with the 030 50 megahertz in it is pulling 9,084. And yeah, the 040 is pulling 23,000. Serious grunt. Well, I think I'll call it. See who else is streaming at the moment. Amiga Live's on. I'll raid Amiga Live. Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for your help and suggestions. Not sure I'll stream tomorrow night. Maybe Wednesday night, something like that. See how we go. Hopefully Carcinomi's feeling better soon. I haven't actually checked in with the Discord today. I've just been a bit busy. Yes. Yeah, I think he's still crook, is he? Hopefully he gets better soon. Alright guys, thanks a lot. I'll just scoot over with this raid here. Catches maybe in a couple of nights. Wednesday night maybe. See how we go. Or tomorrow night if I feel the need. Get that 040 cranked up, eh? That sounds like a plan. Okay guys, catch us later on. Cheers.